this month's episode, I thought I'd give you my top 10 tips for what to take with you to the theater for your Nutcracker Pointe Shoe Survival Kit. So let's get started. For your Nutcracker Pointe Shoe Survival Kit, number 1, I want you to get rosin spray. It doesn't matter what brand. Try not to use it on the tips. Really keep it for keeping your heels in place, if your tights are slippery, or also keeping your ribbons in place. Number 2, I want you to get some extra cyanoacrylate. Okay, so crazy glue or super glue, any of those will work. Any of the pointe shoe ones will work as well. Just make sure that when you go to glue your pointe shoes to harden them up, you do them when the pointe shoes are dry and not wet. Number 3, I want you to thread some needles, knot them, pre-knot them, and then put them into a piece of tape, and then put the tape up against your dressing room mirror. That way they're ready to go if you need to quickly stitch your ribbons in place, or maybe you need to last minute stitch up a hook on your costumes. And number 4, I want you to get 2 sets of scissors. We know that every dancer takes scissors with them to the theater, but I want you to get 2 sets of scissors, and I want you to put them on ribbons. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take those and you're going to tie them to your dressing room chair or somewhere on your dressing room, not the light fixture, okay? Don't put it on the lights that are near the mirrors because then it might melt. But then go ahead, and we always recommend a very thin one for their manicure scissors because they're really good at getting in pointe shoe thread, and they're also really good at getting maybe with hooks and things. So get those on some ribbon and tie it there, because then your friends can borrow it and it won't kind of walk off in the chaos that is backstage at the dressing room. Clear Band-Aids. That's the next thing I want you to get. Clear Band-Aids are wonderful for keeping your pointe shoe ribbons in place and no one can see it. And they also come now in different flesh tones. So this is a light flesh tone. They come in lots of different ones. Great for keeping those ribbons in place. Next, I want you to get donut cushions in 2 different sizes, okay? Large size and small size. These are so great in case you get a blister. Maybe the blister's on your heel, or maybe the blister is in between your toes, right? And you can see they're sticky on one side and cushiony on the other. And if you gotta switch a costume really fast and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to bleed through my pointe shoes, it happens, right? We want to protect ourselves and also give ourselves a little bit of cushion. Velcro strips. I want you to have some extra Velcro strips. Okay, sticky and grip. I want you to get the industrial grade. And you can use it for your quick changes. So say you got to go from like Spanish to flowers back to Spanish for the finale. Right? So just get those ready to go. And they also help if all of a sudden, you never know, sometimes hooks break and things, or a headpiece comes off, you can stick it back on like this. Next, you are going to get yourself some makeup wedges. The makeup wedges come non-latex, and you can put them in between toes number 1 and 2, or toes number 4 and 5, or if you have a long first toe and you need to take up some space, or you can even cut them and squish them down. If all of a sudden your pointe shoes get really soft in the tip, but you still have to get through the finale, these will work out really well. Number 9. I want you to go ahead and get a scraper, but I don't want you to get a pointe shoe scraper. I want you to get a spice scraper because they are the perfect size, and they also have this wonderful grippy thing. They are the perfect size for scraping up your pointe shoes so that they can grip a little bit better. And it's so easy, so light, fits in your dance bag really easily. Doesn't matter what brand. And finally, number 10. Wire hangers. We know that they are all over the dressing room and the costume shop. Don't just throw them away. I want you to get one, and I want you to give it a really good bend. You've got that hook end there, and go ahead and put your pointe shoes in it and then hang it up in a good place so that the pointe shoes can dry tips up, because we know that more moisture will come out. They'll be ready for your shows the next day. And that's my top 10 survival tips for pointe shoes for Nutcracker. I hope you got a lot of great advice and tips and tricks for how to get through your Nutcracker performances. Now, I have always made this great content on Dance with Mary free, but if you would like to show an extra little love, please use the super thanks button. Any amount is appreciated. And I just want to wish you and yours a very happy holiday season. See you next year.